Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Very busy day, lots of news surrounding Ripple and XRP, and this might be my very favorite news of the day. Here's the headline from You Today. Ripple's partner Azimo, it could be Azimo, I don't know, we're going to go with Azimo, teams up with Alipay for wiring funds to China in RMB. Now, do you guys realize Alipay is the largest mobile payments platform on the planet, the entire planet? They overtook PayPal some years ago, and as of 2018, which was the most recent number I was able to quickly find, they have like 870 million users on the platform. And guess who uses on-demand liquidity? Now, look, I don't think that there's going to be any major changes in payment flows having to do with on-demand liquidity in the near future, but mark my words, I'll not be surprised if this ends up being a huge deal. But I want to be clear, I'm not a financial advisor. I do not have a financial background. I am not offering financial advice, so do not buy or sell anything because of me. I'm just talking about this stuff because I'm an enthusiastic member of the XRP community. It's a fun hobby. That is all that it is. But I love hanging out with you all and hearing from you and just talking about this and making YouTube videos. Before we go any further, if you would please, delicately, ever so delicately tap that like button. Only dorks smash the like button, and you are super cool. Now, since I gave you that compliment, and I do mean it, you are super cool, go ahead and return the favor by subscribing to the Moon Lambo channel, and I promise that if you do, you might not regret it. There you go. So how about this? Let's set the table properly here. So why do I think that this news is potentially a big deal, it's in particular down the road? Well, take a look at this headline. This is from 7 months ago from ledgerinsights.com. Ripple signs European money transfer firm Azimo will use XRP. Well, how about that? Today, blockchain payments firm Ripple announced that money transfer company Azimo has adopted Ripple's on-demand liquidity, which uses the XRP cryptocurrency. The company will use XRP for transfers to the Philippines with plans to expand ODL, on-demand liquidity, to other markets in the future. And again, Azimo, this is the company that we found out today has partnered with Alipay, the largest mobile payments platform on the entire planet, bar none. Now, Azimo is based in the UK, Poland, and the Netherlands, and to date, more than 1 million customers have used its platform. Let me scroll down a little bit further because I don't want to read this whole thing, but there's some cool quotes that I do want to share with you. And also, this is why I always say, like, we don't freaking need hype. We do not need hype in the XRP community. There is so much incredible news surrounding the XRP ecosystem and what Ripple is doing in positioning XRP as a bridge currency. We don't need no damn hype up in this house. No. There's plenty of excitement to be had just by speaking the actual truth, just by covering and discussing the news, you know. But here's a quote. I think this was, who's the gentleman here? Oh yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah, so this is the CEO of Azimo. We've been interested for a long time in the potential of digital assets like XRP to make cross-border payments better for customers. And his name is Richard Ambrose, the CEO of Azimo. Ripple's on-demand liquidity solution has significantly reduced the cost and delivery time for cross-border transfers, and our customers are seeing the benefits. That's a direct quote from the CEO. And so that's why all these people that say that there's no need for XRP, this or that, I'm like, what secrets do you hold that Ripple's actual customers that are using the product don't know? Because I'll tell you what, anytime a customer publicly speaks about this, and they can say whatever the hell they want, or they can say nothing, but it's not like there's like, yeah, it was a little bit better. It made our service a little bit better. It was okay. No, it's just rave reviews. It's going on about how it's fundamentally changing the way that money moves around the planet. And so he continued, quote, as more banks and financial institutions use on-demand liquidity, we believe it has the potential to replace current methods of foreign exchange trading and to reduce settlement times to close to zero. And I want to be clear again, in case any of you have forgotten. The only solution for the train wreck that is the world of global cross-border payments, the only solution for the settlement portion, is to utilize, it requires the utilization of a decentralized cryptocurrency with an open market value. and it has to be that. It cannot be some sort of stable coin or something that's centralized, because then you don't solve the issue of trust. This is the only solution that humans have devised for this. There is only one cryptocurrency on the entire planet being positioned for this use case by anyone, and it's XRP, and Ripple is positioning XRP for that use case. There is no other potential solution for settlement. There are all sorts of fintech companies working on the messaging side, even RTGS Global, which we were talking about recently. One of the co-founders covered him recently. He doesn't even know how the hell on-demand liquidity works. Like, I don't have a financial background, and I know more about how on-demand liquidity works than the co-founder of RTGS Global. Like, what the hell? That makes no freaking sense in the world to me. And I mean, it was a riot just reading some of the tweets between him and Galgatron. I covered it in a separate video, 2-3 days ago, whatever it was. But, yeah, people just, my gosh, not that they won't get traction in the short term, but I'm just saying, man, there is no other proposed solution for the no-show accounts. There really absolutely is not. And you can take a look at this headline. Tell me brief on this one before we get further ahead about Alipay, but I wanted to mention this. A Ripple-powered money transfer firm partnering with Chinese payment giant Alipay. And this is from November 28th of last year. Finabler, a RippleNet member and global payments platform, is partnering with the Chinese mobile payments giant Alipay on a remittance project. The partnership will make use of blockchain, though it is unclear at this time if Ripple's products will be utilized. And so I just wanted to note, it's just interesting that Alipay happens to be partnering up with multiple Ripple customers. And how about that? And again, we know that Azimo does use on-demand liquidity. So why did I say that I don't necessarily suspect that it's going to have some sort of huge impact today? Well, because frankly, there are only a handful of on-demand liquidity corridors open. The XRP is just simply put far too illiquid to take over global payments today. But that's because we're talking about a nascent asset class. It's only been around about a decade. It's been hundreds of years since there was even a new asset class. So here we are, and I could not be more confident that it's not going away. And my investment thesis is that utility matters and will win the day. So what do you think is going to happen? Well, we don't know for sure, but wouldn't it be neat if, since this partnership actually exists, if ultimately Alipay ends up using their customers, when they're moving money around the planet, in the background, XRP is silently being used as more corridors come online, because we already know Azimo is very interested in expanding. I just shared with you quotes from the CEO. So they do want to expand their usage of on-demand liquidity. It's just that XRP is too illiquid at the moment, and so you can only open so many corridors at a time. And then, of course, there's regulatory concerns, this and that. But it's all making progress. And a shout out to XRP Crypto Wolf for sending this piece to me today. Thank you very much, my friend. I always appreciate it. Again, this one's titled, Ripple's partner, Azimo, teams up with Alipay for wiring funds to China in RMB. I'm telling you guys, if you just happen to agree with me that utility is what is going to result in long-term viability of any cryptocurrency, like, how is this not amazing news? And again, we have to see how this ultimately develops. But even if they're just, because look, what if XRP is the reason? And I know that's speculation, but I'm okay with reasonable speculation. I just don't like hypey stuff. But like, what if that's part of the reason that Alipay is getting their footing in right now, knowing that there will be more opportunity with on-demand liquidity down the road? Oops. Anyway, Azimo's blog post says that the platform for digital cash wires, which uses Ripple's on-demand liquidity service, ODL, has recently joined forces with Chinese giant Alipay. Azimo has been using ODL since late February of this year. The partnership was initiated to integrate ODL as part of Azimo's remittance corridor into the Philippines. Throughout 2020, Azimo plans to add ODL to more of its corridors around the globe. What was I just saying? Now, the company has become a partner of Alipay payment service, founded by the Alibaba online trading giant back in 2004. Azimo offers its customers direct funds transfers to bank accounts in China, with the money dropping in RMB, promising cheap and fast transactions. To participate, the Azimo blog post says you need to have an Azimo account and the Alipay ID of the recipient. And the blog post shares a detailed and simple guide on how to send funds to China and have them converted to yuan automatically upon arrival. And so there you go. Corridors are getting built out, and freaking Alipay partnered with a Ripple customer that utilizes on-demand liquidity. So when you're talking about moving money around the planet in remittances, in any corridor that they're going to operate ultimately with Alipay, why would XRP ultimately not get used if it's an option, if there's a sufficient blend of price and liquidity, which again has to be the case in order for it to work. But why wouldn't they ultimately do that? Because there is no other solution, and you are talking about real-time payments here, real-time settlement. We'll see here. Like, I'm just saying, like, XRP is functionally being used in the world today. Bitcoin, not so much. I still like Bitcoin. I mean, it started this whole thing, but I'm just saying. Anyway, that's it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!